Hi everyone, Carol here. Today we're going to do some ancestral clearing and healing on our ancestors that talked about monsters. So these days when we talk about monsters, we're more likely talking about people that have done something really atrocious, something really terrible. But thousands of years ago, when our ancestors spoke of monsters, they were more likely talking about wild animals or something that they just didn't understand that killed or terrorized their place, their neighborhood, their tribe, their community. So we're going to be talking about monsters today. And the very word can conjure up different things for different people. So we're going to go a fair way back today. We're going to go back maybe up to 50,000 years of our ancestors that were scared of monsters. And whatever it was they saw, heard, or found in their community, they called them a monster. So in other words, we'll be talking to our ancestors over 50,000 years that dealt in one way or another with a monster. Now, this is the very first time you've watched any of my activation videos. Please know that you're going to have to go and get a drink. I have a hot peppermint tea here. If you've just got a glass of water nearby, grab that. That's fine. You're going to need about 15 minutes. You need a quiet place and preferably not driving. This will not do well for you with driving. So find either a place at home where you can shut the door and have a quiet time, or go and sit in a park or a beach, something like that. Anyway, so pause the video now and go and grab your drink, and then we're going to start. And all you have to know is that you just have to sit quietly, listen to the words I'm saying. And when I say, and we thank you and we drink to you, I will be taking a sip of my drink and you just take a sip of yours. In this way, you are acknowledging your ancestors that are listening very, very deeply with you, because your ancestors are always with you and are always talking to you and listening to you. This is the way you can now learn, by watching me and doing this, how you can be speaking to your ancestors. So a lot of our angst, a lot of our problems come from our ancestral inherited voices through generation upon generation. Archaeologists now think they can trace our histories back almost as far as 300,000 years. Some of us have family lines that will go back that far. So in your deep, deep past, there are all kinds of memories and all kinds of things that get inherited and accumulated over time. In this one, we will be talking to our ancestors about the monsters. All right. So grab the drink and then I'm going to start. I'm going to be closing my eyes. If you want to, please do the same. And taking a deep breath in and out and just feeling that you can let go of the outside world just for this time. And taking another deep breath and in and out. Calling back our ancestors, over 5,000 years that knew monsters, knew them, were scared of them, saw them, felt them, watched them. All those that were affected by monsters that came into their community, that killed their family, their friends, their children, that injured them, that injured their community, that injured the ones that destroyed, the ones that the monsters knew. Calling you back here now, 5,000 years of our ancestors that knew of a monster. Calling you back here now to receive the divine light, the divine love, the divine wisdom, the divine truth of their time over 5,000 years, and bringing in the divine light, which brings with it the truth of their time, the truth of their troubles, the truth what really happened then for them in their tribe, their village, their community. 5,000 years, and we're calling you back here now as blood calls blood, and calling back our ancestors that knew monsters. Calling you back here now to feel divine light, divine truth, divine wisdom. And as the divine light and love touches you, it brings with it the wisdom in that time and that era. And I say thank you, and I drink to you. Reaching back further and further through time, reaching back 10,000 years, 10,000 years, calling back our ancient ancestors over 10,000 years. 10,000 years of our bloodline that knew monsters, that were scared of monsters, that saw monsters, that felt monsters, that monsters attacked their village, their community, their tribe, their system, their family, their people. 10,000 years of monsters in their lives, 10,000 years of being scared of a monster, 10,000 years of having their family torn apart by monsters, their community, their tribe, their people, their parents. Calling back 10,000 years of our ancient relatives that knew monsters. Calling you back in now to receive divine light, love, and wisdom. Calling you back in now to receive the divine light and love as it flows through your world, your life, the era, the time, the place that you lived in, the mountaintops, the valleys, the hills, near seasides, near rivers, near lakes, at top of mountains and bottoms of valleys. Calling you back here now, the desert dwellers. Calling you back here now to feel and know divine love, divine wisdom, divine truth of your life. 10,000 years of being scared of monsters is enough. 10,000 years. Calling you back here now to feel that divine love, truth, and wisdom. And I say thank you, and I drink to you. Reaching back further and further, reaching back 20,000 years of our ancient ancestors, 20,000 years of our people that knew monsters, that were scared of monsters, that saw monsters, that monsters destroyed their village, their tribe, their people, their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents, their children. The monsters came to their village. 20,000 years being scared of monsters, 20,000 years now calling for divine light, love, and wisdom to move through 20,000 years of our ancestors, 20,000 years of monsters, 20,000 years of fear, of death, of destruction, of ruin, 20,000 years, calling you back in now to feel and know the divine light, the divine love, the divine wisdom. And as it moves through 20,000 years, there is the divine light showing the truth, showing the wisdom of your time, your life, the misery, the upset, the death, the pain, the anxiety, the worry. 20,000 years. And we say thank you and we drink to you. Reaching back further and further, reaching back 50,000 years. 50,000 years of our ancient ancestors, ancient family, our ancient grandmothers, our ancient mothers, our ancient grandfathers, our ancient cousins. 50,000 years of our ancient tribe that were scared of monsters, that saw monsters, that knew monsters, that monsters destroyed their village, their tribe, their place, their people. 50,000 years of being scared of monsters. 50,000 years. 50,000 years. 50,000 years. We're calling you all back in to receive divine light, divine love, divine wisdom. And as it flows through every cell of our body, it flows through to our ancestors, every light particle, every golden light particle available to you in the oxygen you breathe is now moving through your cells, moving through your ancient DNA, ancient memories. Ancient memory is now becoming real. Ancient memory is real. The ancients are real. Calling you back in now to feel divine love, wisdom, and truth. And as the light and love move through the DNA, move through the cells, move through the memory, it now becomes wisdom is now available, the wisdom, the truth, and the realization of truth. The realization of 50,000 years of truth is now available to you. 50,000 years where truth was hidden, 50,000 years of truth now in the light, available, spinning round and round as it goes through the DNA, through the generations, 50,000 years of generations. And I say thank you, and I drink to you. And now calling in all those 50,000 years we have just called back as blood calls blood. We're calling you back here now to receive divine light, divine love, divine wisdom, divine truth is now available to you. The truth is now available to you. The truth of that monster, the truth of that time, the truth of the era, the truth of the life you lived is now available to you. And with the truth and the wisdom comes knowledge, comes power, becomes settling, becomes wisdom deep, deep, deep within you. And the light is within you and available and settling and calming. And you now know everything is exactly how it was meant to be. Everything is exactly how it was meant to be. And for the last time, we say thank you. And we drink to you. And take a few minutes, if you can, to sit quietly, your eyes closed or open, whichever feels right for you. Breathe in that divine light as that is still around you. Breathe in the golden particles of light within you and let it seep through all of you. Oh, that felt very powerful and energetic to me. It's the first time for me that I've called back my ancestors that had monsters. So we shall see what tonight brings. If you're new to these, it can trigger some interesting dreams, sometimes just very unusual, weird, strange dreams. Some people feel nothing at all. Some people get nothing. It doesn't mean your ancestors haven't been called back and haven't heard and haven't listened and haven't been changed by it. And with the changing of your ancestors, you become changed. With the bringing your ancestors close, you become more solid in this world, more strength in this world. Your ancestors then become this force that stands behind you in everything you do. Bring your ancestors close and they will stand with you through your lifetime. That's it for today, folks. Bye for now.